You're listening to Well and Worthy Life, the podcast that helps midlife women feel better, look better, and live better. I'm your host, Deanna, menopause wellness coach turned to lifestyle creator, and I'm here to give you all of my tips, tools, and real talk you need to thrive in this second half of life. Hey friends, welcome back to the Well and Worthy Life podcast. Wow, I took quite a break from podcasting. I think it was about 2 years ago, but I so missed talking to you guys that I wanted to bring it back. But I had to bring it back a little bit different than I had done it before. So here are some of the things that are going to be different this time around. First of all, the episodes are going to be 15 30 minutes max. And most of the time, it's just going to be me talking to you and sharing with you things that I'm learning along the way, different tips, different things that is really important to me, and I feel like that's probably important to you. Life has changed so much since I first started Well and Worthy Life. That was over 9 years ago. Gosh, I cannot even believe that it's been that long. But when I first started Well and Worthy Life, I started it thinking about turning 60. And I just turned 60 this past year. I started it thinking about 60 because my father passed away at 59 from cancer, and my mother was in the hospital on her 60th birthday, again diagnosed with cancer. She did live 15 more years, but we definitely know that those 15 years after cancer was a different type of life for her. And so, my goal when I started Well and Worthy Life was to share my health and wellness experiences, tips, things I was learning with you guys. And that has evolved so much. Quickly after I started sharing, I became a health coach and really dialed into the perimenopause, menopause, because that's what I was experiencing at that moment. But now for me at 60 is so much more than hormones. I have learned so much more along the way. And let's be honest, science has evolved and we all know so much more. When we go and we check out anything about perimenopause and menopause, there is so much noise out there, so many experts in this field. So I will not be concentrating on hormones because I feel like there are so many really great doctors and experts out there. What I will be sharing with you is things that I'm learning along this new chapter of life, things that are important to me in this chapter of life, what I am doing to stay healthy and feel my best at 60 and beyond. And hopefully, my experiences will help you and motivate you to live your best life or to change things up where you see you need to change things up. But one of the things I really want to do is keep in contact with you, and I want to know what matters to you and what you're going through. Because look, we are all experiencing these life changes differently. I feel like that there was a point where we were empty nesters, right? Where our kids were going off to college, and maybe you're still in that phase of life, or maybe you still have teenagers home. And I hope you'll be listening so that, again, we always learn from other people. I still think we have to go through our own experiences, though. But the more we know, the better we will do. I'm a big believer in that. But you have to be very in tune with yourself and listen to your own body and your own mind, because we all experience this perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause differently. And so there's no like one way you have to do this or you have to do that. In fact, I would tell you, if you find somebody that tells you there's only one way, you need to steer clear of them, because there isn't just one way. There are many ways, and we all experience this phase of life or this chapter of life differently. So, this chapter that I'm in, to me, I have not found a great name for it because it's not empty nesting anymore. I've been empty nested for a while. My children went off to college, they came back home, we had holidays together. I had son graduate from college, went off and worked for a couple of years, still came back home. Now he is off and he is married. So now all three of my sons are married. And I have daughter-in-laws, and I'm in the phase of having grandchildren, which is just amazing. If you're not there yet, it is amazing. But with that comes new challenges in the holidays. Maybe you just experienced it where the children are not with you at Thanksgiving or Christmas because they have to go to their in laws, or there's new traditions and there's new things that are happening and new personalities that are coming into your family that maybe they grew up differently. There's so many different things and different personalities. And then you put it along with blended families. You guys know that I'm on my third marriage, and that comes a whole new challenge, right? So the children feel torn. They have to go to the fathers, the mothers, the in-laws, and maybe there's divorce on that side too. So all I'm going to say is this is a whole new chapter of life, and you have to give everybody grace in this chapter. Being a boy mom is a challenge in a lot of ways. My boys and I've always been super close, and now they have these women in their life that they put before me, as they should. But it's not always easy, right? But that's the way life is supposed to be. And that's the way we were when we got married, right? I mean, we expected to be number one in our husband's life. And my daughter-in-laws expect to be number one in my son's lives. And I want them to. One of the things I have told them all is they don't ever have to worry about our relationship. I'm good. Yes, I may get my feelings hurt along the way, but that's life. We get our feelings hurt by lots of different things. I will get over it. But their relationship with their wives are very important. But like I said, a whole new challenge, right? And I've definitely noticed with my girlfriends that there is a difference between being a boy mom and being a girl mom. Girl moms, to me, seem to have more access to their daughters and even their grandchildren. And that's natural also because, as I think of me as a young mother, I thought my mother knew everything the best. I didn't call my mother in law and ask her about different things. I would call my mother and ask her. My mother helped me first. I would always ask my mother before I would ask my mother in law to help. And I just think that's how we are wired. And so I think really being empathetic with our daughter-in-laws and putting ourselves in their position will go a long way and help that relationship. I am very blessed. I have three wonderful, wonderful daughter-in-laws, and I think they work at it too, to always include me and make sure I never feel left out. I think that's really important too. And maybe you're not as lucky as I am, but all I can tell you, that I guess the only advice I would tell you is just try to be the nicest you can, and don't let somebody step all over you by any stretch of the imagination. But we don't have to be more controversial. We don't have to make our children's life miserable because of a disagreement or whatever. So that's my little spill about that. But that's why I wanted to come back in here and talk to you guys and share with you guys, because I have missed being on the podcast and I've missed connecting with you guys. I'm much better at talking rather than writing. And if you're like me, you're much better at listening as you walk or as you drive. But my goal is to really keep these episodes short and sweet and give you valuable information that you can walk away with and make a difference in the way you're living, even if it's just one small thing, because this stage of life is different for all of us. And we all will be navigating and trying to do our best at this point. And know that life isn't over. We've got so much living to do at this stage of our life, right? And so I'm going to be sharing all kinds of things, but I always want to hear from you. So be sure you can message me on Instagram at Well and Worthy Life, Or you can always email me, Deanna, Deanna, at wellandworthylife.com, and I will answer your email and I will share with you what you want to hear right here on this podcast. Again, just remember, just live the best life that you can so that you feel your best. And there's a lot of freedom at this stage of life. So life isn't over. Life is just getting better. Thanks for being here, friend. Don't forget to subscribe, share this episode, and keep choosing what makes you feel well and worthy.